Alright, hey guys, it's Cole here. Welcome back to a different room today, because today we're in this room with a full-on proper computer rather than the laptop I've been using for previous live streams. And today we are going to be rebuilding the McLaren Senna mock in Studio. For those of you guys who haven't seen it before, this is the McLaren Senna mock, and basically it's an 8-stud wide conversion of the 6-stud wide mock, or 6-stud wide set, I should say. And basically I widened it, and then the previous live stream I built this in Studio. Now Studio is a digital Lego building software, and it's not run by Lego. It's run by Bricklink, which some of you guys may know, where I buy most of my parts from for my models. So basically today I have or not today, recently I have upgraded a lot of the details to make it more like the real McLaren Senna. And so today we're going to basically building this Senna in Studio. Eventually I can order the parts for it and get it in some different color schemes, and I can make instructions for it. Alright, so keep going here. So you can see in the back here we have Studio, and basically Studio is going to allow us to build it in, what do you call it, build it digitally. And as this live stream is not sponsored by Studio, but I use it a lot, and you can go download it in the description, at the link in the description below for free. It's very handy. Alright, so let's see here, we're going to go to Studio. There we go. So what you see here is the old McLaren Senna mock, and he's just sitting right here, and it has no windshield because for some reason our Studio has not put in this windshield piece yet. They put in a lot of other recent Lego pieces, but not this one, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, so let's get started by first we're gonna have to remove, we have to ungroup. Some of these parts are in groups, so we just release these groups of parts right here on the sides. There we go. So we have 4 people watching at the moment. Alright, so we're rebuilding the Senna today, and I guess we're just gonna get started. We're just gonna add those more realistic details to it. So we're gonna release that. That's good. Okay, we're gonna have to work on this rear end, so we're gonna release that. Wing stays the same. We're gonna have to work on this too, so we'll release this. Alright, so okay, this I'm pretty sure we're gonna release that too. Alright, that looks good. So let's move on to. Now I have the actual model here in my hand, and this is going to be our reference basically for the set, or the digital model. So let's see here. We can delete some of these parts, and then we're going to copy these guys and paste them right here. Go. Now we should be able to delete these, and then that looks pretty good. Now we can add some plates. So back right now, just because this is a different computer than I normally use, I'm gonna just quickly change the way Studio looks, so that way I can, what do you call it? There we go. That's better. Now this part's on the bottom. This is how I'm more used to using it. So we can look for a plate. And then need some more 6 plates. I can change the color of these to black. That makes more sense underneath here. Like it's not too crazy. There we go. That looks good. So now we move on to let's see. Now one thing I noticed is that the one you see here has no rear view mirrors, and that's kind of, well, one thing I like to try and get on all my models is review mirrors, because at least if they have them in real life. So that's what we had to do with this one. It's one of the main changes I made over the previous version of the model. So roll my chair forward a little bit so that way I can sit back in it properly. There we go. So now we can delete this and this and this, and we're going to come around here, delete these, and then okay, that looks good. So now we have to delete this guy and this guy right here. And then we need okay, we need some parts in there. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's remove this. See how it looks under here. Alright, so this is a plate there. So we need a 1x1 plate, and I don't think yeah, that's good for now. Bring this guy back over here temporarily. Now this one, you can make this one orange, although you can't really see it. Now we need a bracket. That'll be under modified plates, and under this category go to brackets. Get the bracket out of here, rotate that around, Put it right there. Looks good. So now we'll come around here and change the color of that, obviously, because that's not right. That's not the right color, at least. And now we can put this guy back where he was. And let's rotate this around, do the same for the other side. Okay, and then we need a plate. I want a plate right there. Some things with different color schemes for this model when I'm done. So obviously, Lego, the one Lego made the set with, which is like what you see here, the orange and or dark bluish gray with the orange accents around it, and some, well, like, I guess black and orange accents, which looks pretty good. Now, for some reason, the dark bluish gray looks kind of brownish here. I don't know why. But that's the way it looks in studio. But this is same dark bluish gray that's on the car in real life. So yeah, it looks kind of funny. So different color schemes I'm thinking of. I want to do a Shmee 150 color scheme, like a what would it be? That I think in Lego we use some medium azure. Actually, that weird noise is the garage door opening because I'm right above the garage. So that strange noise is, if you guys can hear that over the microphone. So yeah, I think we're probably gonna do a Shmee 150 Senna. You know, he has that nice spec with the dark blue and like dark blue on the bottom and like light blue on the top. So I think we're gonna use like Lego. In this one we'll go for Lego dark blue right on the bottom, and then medium azure. I think it's the closest Lego color on top. That worked pretty well. So next we'll move on to the round tiles. There we go. So when you have models like this where I can kind of just keep working on them forever, especially when I have them on my desk and I have a lot of free time, something like that, I just keep working on it forever and keep making different changes, and at some point I have to stop because otherwise I'll never be finished with the model. There we go. Looks pretty good. Now we need a modified plate. We need this guy right here, the plate clip, and we're gonna put it right there. And then we're gonna I forgot. This is the old technique, but I came up with a better one since then. So we're gonna delete this. Yep, there we go. We need a bracket. And then we need a so we need a bracket. Let's get this bracket out here. And right there. I'm not sure about these brackets. Okay, they do exist in light bluish gray. So I think about these brackets. I really love these one by one bracket pieces right here. Both the inverted one and the normal one, and they're very handy for building all kinds of things. But they exist in some colors and they don't exist in other colors. For example, the normal one, the non-inverted version, is particularly what do you call it? It's particularly rare in black. It only exists in a few sets. Although the inverted version is pretty common in black. So you kind of have to figure out when you're designing a model which one you want to use or how you want to build it, so you are able to use the right one to get the right color scheme, and it can be a little bit confusing. Although hopefully Lego releases the black version in more sets. Alright, that looks good. So I'm wondering if we should just keep this part right here, this stud, empty stud right here. If you just keep it empty, because that almost makes it look like it's curving down more like the real Senna. So we'll see if that works. Now, one thing is that Studio has just been updated recently, so I don't know if they've introduced the new windscreen part. Like I said before, it's not in here normally, so we'll see if they've introduced it here. Let's see, we need vehicle, land. Oh, there it is, right there, windscreen. Oh, actually, here they call it windscreen. So typically, I end up calling it a windscreen. You know, here in the United States, typically they call it a windshield, which that's not it. As you'll see, these are all in solid black, which is basically because in Studio you can basically get any part in any color, even if it doesn't exist. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like it's been introduced yet, so let's leave it the way it is then, sadly. Although I can see on my actual real model right here how that would look if I remove these little tiles. And yeah, it does look better in my opinion without those little tiles on there. So, or maybe it does, I don't know. It's kind of, actually, I think it does. So, look at those tiles. Put these right there we go. So another different spec or color I was thinking of going with when I build it is that I know McLaren made some in real life that were like red and white Sennas, like the old 80s McLaren F1 cars. we could build one in that color, I think that would look pretty awesome. Or if we could do one like the McLaren Senna Can-Am, which is like a one. There's only 3 built, and they were slightly different to a normal Senna, in that they were all orange and they had some more aerodynamic bits and stuff, and they were all orange all over, like an old McLaren Can-Am race car. And we could try going for something like that. In the future, that'd be pretty cool to build. And we'll probably end up building a Senna GTR. It's one of my favorite cars. Actually, this has turned into way more of a project than I thought it would be. Because originally I just intended to, I'll just quickly, in one day thing, I'll just swap my Rudder's McLaren Senna set from from 6 wide to 8 wide, and end up becoming a big project like this, which isn't bad, but it's just kind of funny how it went. Okay, so let's see around here. Now the rear end is been changed a bit. Let's get rid of the wing. Now here you see, okay, so one thing is the exhaust pipe's in the wrong position right now. So how they were before was basically like do this. Let's see if we can adjust this. So see, okay, they're colliding a little bit right there. Basically on the on this model previously, on the previous version, since I've updated it, before it looked like this. Now basically how Lego had the set, it was on the Lego set there was a curved slope right here with a sticker on it that had the exhaust pipes. Now obviously I wanted to replace that, so I just put these exhaust pipes right there, which actually didn't look too bad, except that it looked kind of weird because it was so close to the wing, it didn't really make much sense. And in that case the Lego sticker didn't make much sense, except the sticker was maybe a little bit more low profile. And so I've replaced that with I've sunk it deeper into the body of the Senna, so that's what we're going to do today. Obviously I can't, also I've also came up with a better solution for the intakes over here. So we're going to delete those, and then we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to put that there. Okay, we're going to take apart this one here, and that way I can see how it goes together, because I don't entirely remember how it went together. There we go. Okay, tempting to take this apart. Okay, I've actually put this together better than I thought. There we go, more like it. Okay, let's see what's going on under here. There we go. Okay. We have 6 viewers at the moment. That's what YouTube tells me at least. And okay, let's move in here. So there are several modifications I've made since then. Actually, one thing is that there's a big modification in the center of this thing, so we're going to work on that after. Basically, we do need to keep all these parts, so we select this, and then we go like this. Okay, that didn't work. Let's drag all this out of here. And put it back together there. Put it back together here, and line it up. There we go. Looks good. Okay, so now what we need to do is get rid of these. Looks good. Anybody in the chat? Nobody's left anything new in the chat. So keep going. If you guys want to ask any questions or anything about the channel or the model or just cars in general, you go ahead and ask it in the chat. Let's see here. So we also want to remove this, and then we want to clear up a big space in the center there. We get rid of these, and then this, and this part. Yeah, that too. And then we're also going to get rid of a lot of stuff here. This, and this, and this, and this, and that. Okay. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. Looks good. Alright. Now actually we're going to get rid of these. Put that where it is. There we go. Get rid of this too. And here comes something completely unexpected. We're going to get a bracket and put it upside down in here. And this is because so we can fit these new exhaust pipes in a much lower position, so you can see them much better than when we had in the previous position. So that looks right. So let's get another slope. And there we go. Now the rear end is much better, and this part is looking good. Hold on. Let's see, where's this going here? How's it supposed to look? I have this basically. There's one plate. So that plate's there. We have brick and one more plate. We should get rid of this. in there, you can see we have some empty stuff. Let's just fill that in with some plates. There we go. Much better. And then we can fill that in even more with a 1x6 plate. Okay, sometimes it's difficult to get this in there. Can we get in there? And one of these. There we go. Yep, that's good. Okay, and actually we can get rid of this one. That gives us the full control of what we're doing. That looks good. So now we can actually get rid of these two. They clean up a lot of space back here. Okay, so now we need to connect. Okay, so basically stack those. That's good. Now we need a 1x1 plate here and one here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get this interesting tile, modified tile, I'm pretty sure it's under. There it is, this guy. The tile 2x2 with a corner cut, and basically what this does is it provides. Okay, sorry, I've messed that up already. And okay, what we need to do is we actually need to lift this up a little bit more. So what we can do actually, we can delete those, and we can get a 1x3 brick. Looks good. Okay, so now we need some plates. Looks good. So now we need some tiles. So those tile pieces, those tiles. There we go. Looks good. Very nice. Now we can go ahead and make these light bluish gray. The reason I'm using these ones is that it kind of just makes it a bit more sleeker looking with these angles in there. It looks pretty nice. And it gives it a little bit of cover to the lights, so I think that's pretty good. So now we're going to, let's see, where should this guy sit in there? I'll add two tiles up here. There we go. And these guys, there should be one brick under there, and there we go. So now, this guy, we'll have to modify this exhaust system a little bit. There we go, your plate, actually have to paint a lot of plate. I'm going to get this and rotate it around. There we go, drop that right there. Hoovie's over here. That right there, move that over here, and that right there. These two guys, right there, select them, move it around. Oh boy, a lot of. There we go. Now they're in the right place. Now we can swing them downward to get them in the exact place. So where is this supposed to be on the real car? Look at this model here. There we go. So we're going to rotate this. No collision. Okay, there's a little bit of collision going on. So I can see your parts are colliding. Let's get it to it looks good. There we go. Now, I noticed it's a little bit low for the real Senna. Now this one we'll be able to see it much better. And that's kind of the point with this car, because we want to see a crazy McLaren exhaust in the back of this thing. This is the US spec Senna, so it's got the United States spec dual tailpipes rather than the European spec triple tailpipes, and the American ones or the US spec ones apparently sound better and have increased emissions because of the dual tailpipes. Apparently emissions are regulations are stricter in the UK, so McLaren had to put a different exhaust system on UK or the European spec Sennas. So that's why the European ones have 3 exhausts and the American ones have 2 exhausts. So kind of interesting detail. but apparently the American ones are louder and they have better performance because they're, or something like that, because they have what you call less restriction, I guess, in the exhausts. So now we'll move this guy back in place. Need a plate with like a rail on the end. I don't know what the name of it is. There it is. It's a plate with a door rail, apparently. Drop right there. This can say what color it is. What you need to do is get a curved slope right here. I'm going to bring it in there. Drop right there, and we'll edit this, and then we get rid of this guy right here. Where's the delete? There we go. We get a tile, 2x2 tile. Where is he? There he is. I just put it somewhere in the center of the car. I have no idea where it just went. It just disappeared inside the car. There we go. That's more like it. And we make this one gray. There we go. So now what I want to do is one of the modifications over here. So let's delete these. I want to do for this one here. Yeah, I made some different mods to it. So let's see what we're dealing with here. We're gonna take out this part, which is actually kind of like the engine of the Senna. Okay, I already put this in there tight. Let's see if we can get this out of there. What do you think about this? Okay, I just got this chat in. I checked it for a little bit, so I'm not sure if you're still here. We have, what do you think about the Stradman's new wrap in his Lamborghini? I saw it just the other day, and I must say I really love that color. I want to try and build the car in that sort of blue color. That is a really amazing color. That metallic blue. What do you call it? I don't know what the proper name is, but yeah. I like the purple, although this is a bit more perhaps supercar. What your average, not average, but like what you'd expect to see in a supercar, perhaps more than purple. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like that color. Let's see if we can get this out. I have no idea why this is not going anywhere. It appears to be rather well secured inside here. And basically we're trying to get this little section out of this car so I can see how it goes together, because I've forgotten how it goes together. And we're going to attempt to get it out. Okay, this might require a little bit more disassembly. Let's move in there. Oh, there we go. What do you think of the new GMA T50S? Ah, yes. So, those of you guys who are not familiar with the GMA T50, basically, Gordon Murray, who is used to work for McLaren F1 team, he designed his own supercar recently called the T50, and it's kind of like a successor in a sense to the McLaren F1. And today he revealed the T50S, which is like the sporty, not sporty. Sporty is actually quite an understatement in that case, but it's the more track-focused version of the T50, and it weighs like less than a Mazda Miata, and it's got more power than a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. So it's gonna be really cool to see it. I mean, it's really cool to see it already. Just the pictures of it apart into a million pieces right here. Let's see here. Okay, so that's why it's not really coming apart as well as I thought. It appears to be. Okay, hold on. Working here. There we go. And I think we're out now. Looks good. Okay, let's try and re-secure this. Okay, yeah, something looks kind of unsteady about that, but okay, that's much better. So let's try and put this back together right here. Do you play video games? Forza Horizon 4 would be, and Forza Motorsport 7, both of them, even though Forza Horizon 4 is kind of silly. Well, actually, it's not kind of silly, it's very silly. And then Forza Motorsport 7, which is a great deal more serious. And that will be pretty fun. Road racing games, I guess, which makes sense, considering the channel and we talk about here. Okay, so I finally got this system, this engine block out of it. What console? I guess PC, I guess it would be. So, we're the racing simulator wheel, which is kind of fun. So, let's attempt to, let's get this guy out of here. There we go. So now we're going to have to re-replicate this into there. So let's edit this, and this now I'm only can work on this part of the model. So let's rotate around here and come back here. So one of these bricks can be deleted. The other one, rotate, and that one's on the right place exactly. There we go. Looks much better. And then we'll move into let's see. So back here we still have that piece. What we need, a lot of plates. Okay, so that part's in there. So now we need to plate these. And this. And that. And I think this goes together like... Yep, just like that. Okay. Alright, so now we can go back to the main model. And now what we need to do is we need to get these guys over here. Now we'll just copy it. For some reason, you can see these yellow question marks here, or yellow exclamation marks. Typically that means these colors don't exist, but they definitely do exist, so I think Studio is just having some issues for some reason here. Okay, let's see here, we're going to, I'm going to edit this. Let's copy this first. I'm going to edit the sub-assembly here, sub-model. Paste this guy right here, and paste on more. Wait, Control Z, there we go. Control, paste this, like right there. Need tile. Right there. There we go. Drop these in there. And I think that looks pretty good. Although, hold on, we do have one of these. Need a plate. There we go. Yeah, so now it's a return to main model. There we go. So now we gotta figure out how we're gonna fit this in here. We're gonna have to modify this maybe a little bit. Alright, so change this to look like that. So let's install this in here so we can make sure it looks good. Okay, so we have in the chat, I made the Audi R8 video. I'll have to check it out sometime. Okay, probably check it out later actually. So, let's see here. How's this look? Okay, so it's right next to there. So we put the exhaust back in. So there we go, so that looks good. So in this case, that all looks pretty good. So that's a 1x6 plate, the 1x4 plate right above here. Drop that in there. There we go. Now this is all prepared to drop in the other, this guy. So let's zoom in there and we drop it in. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Alright, so now we can get the wing on there. Boom. Oh, okay, that went right through the car. Let's see here. Okay, no, just had it. There we go. That's more like it. So, we're all good now. All we just need is a round tile here. So now this represents those intakes in the back of the Senna. Or louvers, or whatever they're called. I'm not really sure what they're called. Okay. There you go. That's good. So, now I think what we'll do is that how we finished it, I think we'll try out some different color schemes on it to see what looks good. So, let's just reassemble physical one right here. Do that in there. Okay, there we go, more like it. This whole thing connects. Okay, so that looks good. There we go. So now that that's all finished, we can work on making the different color schemes. So we'll save this. Now this is for some reason like our studio doesn't have the windscreen in, so we can't use it. But we will copy this and we'll paste it in a new model, and then there we go. Now we have a new model here. Let's try a different spec. We're gonna try that a red and white spec with like the old 80s F1 car. So we're gonna start from the side here, get the side profile view, and then we're going to just start coloring all the pieces in white, and then we'll add on some red after. Okay, that looks very nice. Now the other side is a completely different color, which would be, actually, how does it look? That looks kind of interesting, doesn't it? One part back here, I forgot. On the other one, there we go. Get over here. Okay, I think that's the whole side. So now actually it should have a gray stripe going in the center, which actually looks kind of interesting. There we go. That is, wow, it looks pretty aggressive head on, especially no windshield. It looks like a combination of the Elva and the Senna, but no windshield. And actually, you can probably make those black. Okay, so this on top. Okay, wow, it looks really clean in white. It looks pretty awesome. Okay, that's really cool. Let's try a different color. Now, obviously, these headlights are not going to work on like too varied of a different color scheme. So we're gonna have to mess around with different designs for different headlights in this case, so that way we can actually get, like, say I want to make a blue one. Obviously, these orange headlights aren't going to look great, and Lego doesn't make this particular part any other color, so we're gonna have to modify it a little bit. So let's start by, I don't know, with this. We can just add some red bits to it. So some red, and then here we go. It's almost like painting a picture, you know. Okay, so get this thing out. I have no idea. I can't remember like all of a sudden what it looks like, what the red ones look like. So let's see here, and I'll keep the front. Let's try and do a, I don't know. Let's try and just start making this in red, and then I think it had like red stripes. I can't remember exactly how it looked or how they looked. But there we go. That looks pretty good. Although I must say, okay, let's make these accents on here black, and that'll make okay, looks a bit strange. Let's make these ones black, and that way the whole thing will be a little bit more, a little bit less crazy looking. There we go. So now, I think we ought to do like maybe some red in there. There we go. It looks pretty good. I think we can do these parts in red too. There we go. Much better. Now I think we just put like another section in red. Maybe like right. Not really sure. Okay, let's try back here. This part red, and then across here, and then around and back over here. There we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks really nice. Okay. I think we're actually good with that one. That looks pretty nice. I'll make it more accurate in the future. I'll look up a real picture of what the real one looks like, and we'll modify this one to make it just in the way the colors look to make it accurate. Also, we have to come up with a new design for the headlights, which actually I think we'll try right now. Let's try and come up with a different design for the headlights for the this model. So let's get rid of those, obviously, because we don't need these to hold up this part anymore. But I think what we'll do is we need a 1x1 plate. And one more here. There we go. And let's add what we want to do is we want to move this guy here and that guy there, and let's see if we can go to tiles and need this corner tile. There he is. This guy right here. Okay, so I moved this part too far in, so I move it over here. And then I think this should make it look a bit better. Let's go right here. Light bluish gray, because I think that's the most accurate thing. I'm not sure if it exists in white. It exists in white? It does exist in white. Okay, so that should be good. Although I make it look like it's part of the car. Let's see, how does it look? Oh, there we go. It looks, actually, I think we'll go with dark bluish gray because in that case we can, I mean light bluish gray. That way it'll differentiate it a bit more. There we go. It looks much better. And then let's do these typically these top light parts are in black. Looks much better. Okay, that's much better. Then I'm not really sure about that gap. If we don't put anything in there, let's leave it the way it is for now. I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, I'd say that's really good actually. I have to build this one soon. Let me make these parts white. Go, need the same with these. Actually, that part in between. Get that, and then get this. Wow, it's looking really sleek now. Okay, wow, that looks great. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And then I just thought of it. We'll have you make this one. Just make these dark bluish gray. There we go. Looks much better. Okay. We have JM Bricks in the chat. Hey, how's it going? Let's see here. Not sure when that was. I haven't checked the chat in a little bit, so I don't know when that is. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to actually, okay, so that's done, and now this is done too. So let's copy this one more time, and then we're going to make a Shmee 150 spec Senna. Let's drop it right there, and then you're going to see, now I don't know Shmee's exact spec. We're going to have to change the fenders, I know, because these fenders don't exist in that color. So let's start by just make the whole thing medium azure, because I think that's the closest color to the color he has on his Senna. So let's go over here. Although I'm thinking maybe we should try and build an Aventador in the future, you know, because I think we could do Stradman Aventador with that new crazy blue wrap he's got on there, like one of you guys mentioned earlier. I think that would look pretty awesome. So we're just gonna do the whole thing in what do you call it? This color. This I can't remember the name. Medium azure. Yeah, one of my favorite colors in Lego. So obviously not all these parts exist in this color, but this is just to get the general idea of what it's going to look like. And get that in there, and move that over there. Boom. Okay. And these guys. Oh, no, get that one. Okay, there we go. Obviously going to swap out a few of these parts, and there we go. That's more like it. And you got these guys. And those red ones in there. Okay, I see we have some different colors going on there. Wow, okay, this looks really, really sleek in blue. And then let's get some black, and we'll fill in these guys right here. And let's get some more blue, fill in that right there, and it's already filled in there. Okay, it looks really good. So now what we have to do is we have to dark blue. Red and white looks so good. Yeah, I would agree. Red and white looks awesome. The yeah, that looks really nice. But we it's not perfect. We're gonna have to modify it a little bit. In fact, I think we'll just make these ones red right there, and that'll make it look a little bit better. And just this minor change before I forget what I meant to do. There we go. And now let's start with the Shmee 150 spec, and let's go. You know, now we want a dark blue. Actually, we need a dark blue. There we go. So let's move in here. Now I believe this part is dark blue on Shmee Senna, and then these parts right here. I hope all these parts exist in dark blue, but if they don't, we could probably try a different color. Okay, we don't want that part dark blue. There we go, and then this side, there we go. Obviously, we can swap some of this out for different colors, whatever is closest to that color. Okay. There we go. I think this part too. Okay, there we go. It's looking pretty good. Oh, we still have some white parts in the front there from the other color. Okay, that's the wrong color. Let's see here. Okay. When will the video on the Bugattis be out? Probably not next week. Week after next week, I think. I think it will be. I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it'll be. We'll have the instructions done by then. Actually, the instructions are done, and they're out already. But by the time I film the video and all that, it'll probably be out by next 2 weeks, I think. Not this weekend, but next weekend, after the weekend after this one. I think we're gonna have the Bugatti video. So let's see here. Now we need to okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna get a picture of what Shmee's Senna exactly looks like, so we know exactly what it looks like. Okay, so if we look at Shmee's Senna in this picture I have up right here, so most of it's blue, and there's only a few parts actually around that are dark blue. So if we go back here, this is an excellent picture I have up here actually to compare. So what do I do? There we go. We have where you get the studio. You get studio, or you can just get it, download it at the link in the description below. It's free. You don't need an account or anything. You do need actually don't need anything. You need a computer, and that's it basically. It's not an app for a phone. You have to get a PC, or a PC or Mac to download it. Although maybe you download. I don't know if I don't think it exists as an app, but I'm pretty sure you could what do you call it? What is it? I'm gonna mix it up here. Yeah, you can if you're on a PC or Mac, you can just go to the link in the description below to bricklink.com where you can download Studio, you download it from your computer, and you can just use it for free. We have, do you see the G-Bricks Murcielago SV? So unbelievable there. Certain areas feel like you need. Yeah, I did see it. It looks awesome. I really like how he has the police version. That one looked really awesome with the light bars and everything. Looks really good. I do like, he did do some parts better than me because obviously I think he has a lot more experience. But for example, what do you call it? He did the headlights, I think. I mean, I know it's okay design, I think, making the headlights, but those headlights he did are pretty amazing. Okay, you're gonna change those up a bit, and I think we need some dark blue right here, actually. Okay, ready guys there. So, this looks kind of silly up front, so we're gonna change that up a little bit. We need some dark, light bluish gray. There we go. Now let's get a tile, 1x1 tile. Actually, we get a 1x2 tile. Do we have space for that? You do have space for that. Okay, actually that looks kind of strange. Let's get rid of that. And then move around here, we'll get rid of this. And I think pretty much that's this Shmee 150 spec Senna. Did you hear the rumors for Speed Champions 2021? Yeah, I did. And now, or what do you call it? And I made a couple videos about them before, although maybe you've seen them a lot. So yeah, I have heard the rumors like the Supra, the Jesko, the Corvette, and the two Corvettes, and the, what do you call it? Can't remember the last one. Dodge Challenger, and the Dodge Dragster. That's the rumor, at least. I'm not sure what it is. So yeah, do you think you do the Aventador SV as a mock? Yeah, I was just saying I might build an Aventador sometime. I'm not sure when. Maybe sometime in the future. So we could do that. We have. I'll have your Murcielago and his together. But that look pretty cool next to each other. What color are you gonna get his in? Although I guess you get like I don't know what color would look good next to the red one. So let's see here. My dream car. Yeah, Aventador SV. That's an amazing looking car. I love the way that thing looks. Super aggressive. Okay, so looking at Shmee's Senna, I might be more like dark azure. I look at it. So in that case, I think we will go and swap the colors. So instead of this color, we're going to go for the dark azure instead. So hopefully a bunch of these parts exist in dark azure. Let's see here. Okay, I can already tell it's a lot more like Shmee's Senna. Okay, it goes in there. Okay, and it goes over here. Okay, no, that part. side over here. It's like a Senna Speedster. We don't have any windshield. Okay, there we go. Oh, looking pretty good. Oh, I want that part. And then I was looking at Shmee Senna just there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to delete these. Actually, I think we'll just keep them there for now. We do want to do some modification there, but for now, we'll keep them where they are. So, okay, so there's a bunch of parts here that don't exist in these colors, but we'll fix those in a minute. Okay. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Although we can get there and there. Alright, I think we've got that's all. Okay, there's a few parts here. They're still in medium azure. I don't know where they are. Can't really see them. Oh, here's one. There we go. Now we got them all. So that looks like a great deal more like Shmee Senna. So now I think we're going to go for just check out the rest of what Shmee Senna looks like. We can get some more pictures of it. So the rear deck is basically entirely blue. So let's change that up a little bit. We're gonna get this part, and hopefully those parts exist in that color. If they don't, we have to try something else. Okay, so obviously Shmee Senna is the triple exhaust pipe Senna, but we're going to modify this design for triple exhaust in the future. I'll probably do that not on the live stream, but yeah, we will be doing a triple exhaust European spec version. Okay, here's a picture of Shmee Senna, and it looks like we got everything right actually, which is pretty good. Yep, except that the wing on Shmee Senna is completely black, and the rear view mirrors are dark blue. And I'm gonna get a yellow one. Oh, yellow will look amazing. So yeah, actually, like you guys said, we'd love to see a very realistic SV. So yeah, we're probably gonna try Venator sometime in the future, but not for a little bit. But yeah, eventually, I want to do a Liberty Walk Run, SV, SVJ, all that stuff, all that awesome stuff. So let's okay, there's a couple parts in here that can be changed to black. There we go. All right, so I think this is pretty good. Oh wait, you have to change the color to wing. There we go. So now we can maybe smaller pieces for the exhaust pipes, make it more realistic. Yeah, I thought about that. I think this would work okay for now. I might change them out with something. I like how they look here on the real one, because just I like you can see them better and they look a little bit obvious as to what they are. But on the European spec version, I'm going to use some different pieces and it'll look a little bit more realistic. Although we might swap these out for something that looks a bit more realistic in the future. So let's see here. There's something I just thought about I wanted to do. I can't remember what it was, and it was I can't remember what it was. Alright, we're gonna check what parts exist and what parts don't exist. So for some reason, Studio was giving me some errors, and so not most of these parts do exist, but some of these it's saying they don't. So we're gonna release a bunch of these submodels. Let's just release a whole bunch of them. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? The first that tells me it doesn't exist is this part, which obviously it does exist, so... Okay, then these ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete these mud guards. We have a Lego Speed Champion Senna and destroyed for FH Vito. What should I use it to do? I guess you can rebuild it in something else? I don't know. And we have, hello, I am a new subscriber. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Okay, so... Let's see here, we're going to... Now, the fenders are gone, obviously, so we're going to replace them with the other fender, or mudguard, as they call it here in Studio, which is this version, which comes in a great deal more colors than the other version. Now, thankfully, I think Lego does offer these parts in dark azure, so we can change the color. We get these in the right place, and obviously this one's colliding with stuff because it's in the wrong place. There we go. Make that one dark azure. Great, that exists, and this exists. And it turns around, and these exist too in this color, which is great. Okay, so there we go. It looks much better. Or well, it doesn't look better necessarily, but it does. Not all the parts exist, so that's much better. So let's see here. Now we need a. We'll work under here. We need some tiles. Let's see here. There we go. We need tile. 1x3. Moving over there. And we get these in dark azure. Hopefully. Yep. Looks like they do exist in dark azure. Okay. You know what? Actually, I didn't see this guy right here. Just get a 1x4 tile and go all the way. Right here. And there we go. I can make a tutorial in the 8-step McLaren. I'm not going to make a tutorial, but I am going to make free instructions for it, PDF instructions. So, I'll make a, what am I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I'll make a video saying that the instructions are out when they are out, so you guys can download them for free. I would say, how come you never mentioned the Tesla Model X you built? I didn't think I did. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I don't know. I feel like I did. Did I say that? Did I say it in live stream once? I can't remember. I know I built a Tesla Model X, but I never actually like built it physically, so I never mentioned it. But maybe can you let me know where you heard it? Because I can't remember where I said it honestly. I was like, yeah, I forgot, but that's kind of interesting. Okay, so that goes there. So actually, that's pretty much taken care of, except that we can get some plates. Oh, actually, yeah, sorry, I forgot. I just realized the instructions are on Rebrickable, so that's where you probably saw them. Yeah, I haven't mentioned it because I wanted to buy it first and then build it myself. And that's why I haven't mentioned it, like, seriously, because I think it'll look much better once it's actually built in, like, physical bricks. Oh, yeah, you found it on Rebrickable. Yeah, sorry. I completely forgot I had actually released the instructions for it. That's kind of funny. Okay, so this does not exist apparently. We know. Okay, so it's telling me this one. Okay, it's telling me these don't exist. So let me get Bricklink up and see if these actually do exist. The 1x2 tile. With groove, and we need it over here. Okay, Bricklink tells me it exists in dark azure. Does it exist in dark azure? Wow, it exists in a lot of colors. It does exist in dark azure. So something is wrong with Studio, and it's telling me a whole bunch of parts do not exist in these colors, even though they do. Okay, so now I have to check. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, so I hit this button right here, and it'll take me to Studio, and that way I can see if it actually exists. And okay, let's see here. Okay, this does not, sadly. Oh, okay, this doesn't exist in dark azure. So, in that case, you're gonna have to try something else. Okay, I don't know what else we're gonna try, honestly. Really difficult one. So we could try going for medium azure, I guess, even though dark azure looks a lot better. Medium azure will probably have more parts available in that color. Let's see what other parts aren't available. So, you know what exists. So these exist, don't exist. Yeah, that exists. It tells me that this part. It's telling me that part doesn't exist, and this part doesn't exist. Oh no, some of these exist. So, in that case, I think we might have to go for medium azure. But considering, I think we've almost been going for an hour now, so we're probably gonna end it as soon as we go medium azure. Let's just go. We're gonna go for medium azure. Now I know medium azure looks a bit more turquoise, or not turquoise, more bluish almost than dark azure, but I'm not really sure. Going to be actually. Let's just see medium blue. Medium blue is kind of in between. Medium blue, does that exist? These exist in medium blue? Actually, I don't think these fenders exist in medium blue. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Okay. So in that case, we'll just go for medium azure, which is actually, I like the color anyway, so it's gonna be fine. We have, you like the R8 video? I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I did make the Tesla Model X with function. Sorry, just catching up with the chat right now. Okay, so in that case, we're just gonna head over and keep going with medium azure. Okay, let's go quickly because it is getting a little bit late, and we're gonna end this soon. So let's just go all over these guys, and boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now it looks a little bit greenish here. It doesn't look so green in real life. You guys have seen my Dodge Challenger Demon before. That knock. Oh, it's kind of old now, but I still have it around. That's in medium azure, and it still looks really good. So it should look pretty good in medium azure, even though it does look more green here, I know. Okay, so it looks like most of these exist medium Azure, which is a good thing. Let's get some of these parts. Okay, so it looks kind of greenish, but like I said, it'll look better in real life. So it's still saying those don't exist. I know they do exist because I built them before. Tell me this doesn't exist. Now I kind of believe that. Let me see what it tells me. Which summer speed champion said is your favorite? It's probably going to be Koenigsegg Jesko. Well, that's like out of the rumor. My favorite would be the Jesko, but I'm not sure how Lego's going to do it. It has a lot of details I think would be difficult to do in Lego. That at least difficult to make in a Lego set because they have restrictions that you can't make with like a mock. You can make it much more advanced. So yeah, the Jesko I'm excited for. The Supra I'm excited to see if they do the Supra how they will do it. That'll be interesting. So let's because these wedge plates do appear to exist, we're gonna get a we're gonna see. Okay, so it does exist in it doesn't exist that color, so we know that now. So we need some wedge plates. Need these ones, and I do know if these exist in medium Azure. So let's put these under here and that one there. And now we need to select them. Medium Azure. There we go. So now we will have to, okay, there's some parts under there that are dark azure, we don't need them that color. There we go. So now it's looking really good. Okay, so what else here doesn't exist apparently? 1x4 plates, I'm pretty sure those exist. Wedge plates, okay, that one might not exist. That might be a difficult, tricky one. Let's see here. Let's make sure it doesn't exist first. Okay, Bricklink tells me it exists in dark azure, but not medium azure. It exists in medium blue, and that's fairly close. So we're gonna go with medium blue instead for now, and we might change that up a little bit in the future. So yeah, we'll just do it like that for now. It looks kind of silly, but it's telling me those probably don't exist in medium azure, so we'll make them black. It looks fine. This guy, okay, these panels apparently don't exist in medium azure. So in that case, does this panel exist in medium azure? If we just end that. Medium blue. Wait. Okay, apparently a lot of stuff here doesn't exist in any color. So let's Control Z that. Okay, let's undo that. So now that it looks pretty good, I think we're just gonna end the live stream right here. Obviously there's some parts that still need work, but we'll work on those in the future. We'll work on those right after. I think it's getting a little bit late. We've been going for an hour now. So thank you guys for hanging around for so long, those of you guys who have stayed around until the end. So we'll still be answering questions in the chat. So if you guys have any questions that you have missed, you can leave it right here. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.